Buying a mobile home on land should be a very simple process, but if you don't know the 4 hidden fees that are associated with buying one of these properties, you could very well wind up upside down in your purchase even before you get the keys to your new mobile home. Guys, if you don't know who I am, my name is Mark Heiser. I'm the lead broker for a company called the Mobile Home Dealer. And over the past few years, we have helped over 500 families find their dream home. And I feel it is just our duty as a company to be able to provide better information on the interwebs about buying or selling a mobile home, because frankly, the information out there is terrible. And I feel like there has to be somebody who can come into the industry and help everybody become a more informed buyer or seller. And that's where we come in. Now, guys, when you're buying a mobile home, there are definitely a handful of things that you've got to be very conscious of on top of the purchase price. And today we're going to review each one of those in detail so that you can be a more informed buyer when you're looking at pulling the trigger to buy your mobile home. So with that being said, if you're ready, I'm ready, and let's jump into it. Here are the 4 hidden fees that you need to be aware of when buying a mobile home. The first one, guys, is sales tax. Okay, let's talk about sales tax for just a quick second. When you're buying a mobile home, when in a situation that it is in a park and you're paying lot rent, that transaction is actually going to be viewed as personal property and not real property. So what does that mean? Well, that means you don't have property tax that you will have to pay like you normally would if you owned a single family home. However, you will have to pay sales tax. Now, that sales tax is paid at the time of purchase, and it needs to be paid in full. So regardless of where you buy your home, if you're buying it with lot rent associated with it, expect to pay sales tax. As far as the percentages go, that is going to completely be dependent on the county and the state that you're buying. But always, 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 always make sure that you budget in for the sales tax. The second one is going to be the title fees. Now again, if you're buying a mobile home in a park with lot rent, these units have titles with them associated with the ownership paperwork and not deeds. So it's very similar to that of buying a used car, for instance. Make sure you always understand that there is going to be a fee associated with getting the home titled into your name. Now, here's a pro tip, guys. If you're getting a double wide or a triple wide mobile home, each wide is going to have its own title. I know that sounds silly, but if you have a double wide, you're going to literally have Title A and Title B. You can't just get one of them titled in your name and forget about the other one. You've got to get both of them titled. So each title is going to be a separate cost. Now, it's not very expensive. The good news is that it's only going to be a one-time fee to get the title in your paperwork. So with that being said, go ahead and leave a comment down below. How much are you paying for a title for a mobile home? Let us know. We'd like to have open conversation within our videos here on our YouTube channel, and let us know so everybody can learn. Everybody can learn. In Florida, a title is usually going to run you about $80 a side. So if it's a single wide, it's $80. If it's a double wide, it's about $160. Okay, so that's what we see down here in Florida. But what state are you guys in? What state are you guys in, and what does that cost? Number 3, registration. That is going to be the third hidden feature and hidden expense that you're going to have to budget for. Now, the registration, for those folks who do not know, when you're buying a mobile home in a park with lot rent, you will have to register it just like a vehicle. Literally, it's going to be a sticker very similar to that on your license plate in the upper right-hand corner. I know, if you've never done this before, it does seem kind of goofy, but trust me, guys, that's not going to be very expensive. Now, in Florida, okay, where we're licensed, the registration is going to be based on the length of the home. Okay, so like 30 feet and under is going to be one price, 40 feet and under, 50 feet, you get the idea. Now, just like a title, the registration will have to be done for each side. So double wide, you're going to have 2 registrations. Triple wide, you'll have 3 registrations, so on and so forth. Now, the registration is going to be every year. Okay, you can usually save a few bucks if you do it for 2 years at a time, but just expect that expense is going to have to be paid each year, as well as the time of closing. Now, before we get to the 4th hidden expense, okay, with a mobile home. If you find any value in this, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel. In the lower right-hand corner, we'll put a subscribe button up there. Become a part of the Mobile Home Dealer YouTube community, as we greatly appreciate seeing our numbers grow, seeing all the comments, and helping as many people as we can. So with that being said, we appreciate you joining us on this journey to educate everybody on the features and the overall just fantastic world of mobile homes. And share the video for folks who need affordable housing. Again, we're here to help everybody, so thank you so much. Last hidden expense is going to be any type of closing fee. Okay, now closing fees are going to vary from dealer to dealer, from broker to broker, state to state. For instance, in Florida, there is no limit on what you can charge as a broker fee. Some people charge $500, some people charge $1,000, some people charge a little bit more than that. It really just depends on who you're dealing with. Okay, so always make sure that you understand what either the broker fee is, the paperwork fee, the documentation fee. It depends on who you talk to, but they're usually going to add another fee in there. Okay, so as a quick review, when you're buying a mobile home in a park with lot rent, you're going to have usually 4 hidden fees that you've got to make sure that you're budgeting for. The first one and the most expensive one is what we started with. That's going to be your sales tax. Okay, that's going to be paid one time. The second one is going to be your title. Okay, remember, it's going to be a title for each side. That again is going to be paid one time. The third one is going to be your registration. Now remember, that registration is going to be for each side. It's going to be based on the length of the home, which you can find on the title, and that's going to need to be paid every year. And the fourth one is going to be any type of dealer fee, closing fee, broker fee, whatever term they use. You want to make sure you understand what that is. You want to make sure you add that in. Now, as a rough kind of back of the napkin math, what we always tell all of our clients is for every $30,000 that you pay for a mobile home, it's usually going to cost about another $3,000 in sales tax, title registration, and closing fees. Okay, so let me give you a real world example here before we finish up of what I strongly suggest you do. If you have a budget for, say, $30,000 for you and your family's new home, I would strongly suggest you not offer $30,000 to buy the home. The reason being is you're going to have about $3,000, as I mentioned before, in added sales tax and fees. So you always want to budget that accordingly when you make your offer. Now you want to be competitive with your offer, but you also want to make sure that you're budgeting for those extra fees. If you don't budget for those extra fees, as I mentioned in the intro, many times people are going to wind up upside down without enough money to close in their home, and that just frustrates everybody. So I hope that gives you a better idea of the 4 hidden fees that you are going to run into when buying a mobile home. As always, folks, my name is Mark. You've been with the Mobile Home Dealer, and we'll see y'all on the next one.